What's up, everybody? Doc Dog 1985. There's levels to this. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. That's a father. All right, so real quick, I just want to understand this logic. I'm not capping or anything like that. Just want to understand this logic. All right. When I purchased my Xbox Series X, I had a lot of people tell me, "Why did you buy an Xbox when you could play most of those games or all of those games on an Xbox One?" That's a good point. I am not gonna lie to you, that is a good point. So the reason why I bought the Xbox Series X is because I wanted one, right? So it's not a good reason, because it's just I wanted one. And the second one is still not a good reason because it hasn't came to fruition completely yet. And that's because I believed in the power narrative, okay? I don't care what anybody says right now. The power gap between the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X is not that big, not significant. The only real argument in my eyes is when you're talking about FPS boosted and backwards compatibility, which for whatever reason Sony ponies don't even want to give that up. Like you can't deny that. It's a fact. There's more FPS boosted games on Xbox Series X. Does backwards compatibility better than the PS5. Point blank period. There's no if, ands, or buts about it. Like there's not. You can't complain. But again, the power narrative is why I got an Xbox Series X. So your statement as to I don't need an Xbox makes a lot of sense. And yes, you're absolutely right. I could have just stayed with my Xbox One S, right? So I'm agreeing that makes sense. So now I drop a video saying that I got a PS4 Pro instead of a PS5. And the reason that I did it's a combination of a whole bunch of things. Number one, I currently have a PS5 in my house right now, right? So if you guys saw, my son got a PS5. He's with me right now. We've been using it. We've been playing it. So I have been experiencing the PS5 firsthand. So it doesn't matter what you tell me. It doesn't matter what I read. It doesn't matter what Digital Foundry says. I am experiencing it for myself. And I am telling you right now, to me, for what I like to, the way I like to play video games, that PS5 is not worth it. This is why, okay? I'm going to use your same logic. You told me I didn't need an Xbox Series X because I could play most of those games or all of those games on an Xbox One, right? Or we'll say all of the games on the Xbox One, right? Even though you can't play the medium on the Xbox One. But regardless, okay? With that said, the way that Sony is going, it's looking like I'm going to be able to play most of those PS5 games on my PS4 Pro. So why would I get a PS5? Why would I get a PS5? I got my PS4 Pro for $200. $200. I got it. Why would I go through the hassle of trying to get a PS5, possibly paying scalpers overpriced for a PS5 to what? To do what the PS4 Pro is going to do? I'm going to be playing those games on the PS4 Pro. Now, if your argument is, well, the PS4 Pro is not playing those games at 60 frames or whatever, you are absolutely right. That's the sacrifice that I'm going to have to make when I decide to play Horizon Forbidden West. Is I'm gonna know that because I didn't shovel out the extra $300, I gotta play that game at 30 frames instead of 60. But coming back to you, Sony ponies, you guys told me you play games, not frames. You guys said you don't care about the resolution. You guys play games. It's about the games, right? So now when the roles reversed and is used against purchasing a PS5, why are you mad at me? Why are you mad at me? I'll give you one just so you calm down before you start typing something that doesn't make sense, that you think makes sense to you, okay? The best case scenario, after seeing all the comments from my last video, is probably those people that have a PS5 and an Xbox Series S. Because they were able to save money, right, getting the Xbox Series S. They have access to Game Pass, and then they got the PS5 to play those exclusive games if they want. It is what it is. It is what it is. Look, man, there's not going to be a lot of games on the PS5 that I'm going to want to play. Not every single game to me, not every single exclusive to me is up my alley, is a banger. I got Ratchet and Clank for $70 because you guys told me it was amazing. But I'll tell you what, if this wasn't the case, I would have waited for that game to drop in price. There's no way a Ratchet and Clank would have gotten me excited to purchase it day one. Not for $70. You are out of your mind. But you guys told me it was next gen. You guys told me all sorts of stuff. It is a good game. I'm not saying it's not a good game. It is not worth $70. It just isn't. So I'm gonna go ahead with my PS4 Pro. When games come out, I'll just wait and chill. I'll get whatever game I want, play on my PS4 Pro. Because on the PlayStation side, I'm just gonna play games. I'm not playing for frames. I'm not playing for resolution or whatever. On the Xbox, you gotta understand, I purchased the Xbox Series X from Microsoft because of the power narrative. So I want them to deliver on that power narrative, because that's the reason why I bought that system. I didn't buy a PS5 for power narrative. You didn't buy a PS5 for power narrative. You know you didn't. You bought a PS5 for games, right? All right, well, most of those games are coming to the PS4. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at Sony. So, Dog1985, I'm gonna be able to play the same games that you playing on my PS4 Pro at 30 frames, because the PS4 Pro is allowed to be a 30 frames per second machine. The PS5 and the Series X are not. They're not. They better. Every game should be playing at 60, my opinion. But it is what it is. Don't be mad at me. I'm using your same logic. Once I saw that God of War and Horizon Forbidden West are coming to the PS4, why would I not believe that Sony's going to keep doing that with more games? Some of you guys, shout out to you, Cloud Data Media. You made a video talking about that if it's business. You said if it doesn't make sense, if you don't understand business, go ahead and click off the video now. Well, I got you, dog. I understand business. So that means by your logic, right, most of these games are probably coming to the PS4 because it makes sense. Well, I got myself a PS4 then. Why would I buy a PS5? Just using your same logic. You don't like it, huh? Dog1985. Yo, there's levels to this. And it's looking kind of spooky right now. Why would you get a PS5? To pay $70 games? To feel the raindrops on your controller? It's your money. Do what you want. We out. Peace.